Okay, so this is going to be a response video. At first, prefacing it as always with real name, real photo, or you just don't post. Cite evidence. I don't care about your opinion. This is not the sycophants YouTubes of Steve Kaufman or others. In fact, this is a response video to Steve Kaufman's hate thread, which I got alerted to, which was posted on his self-grandizing form, and also his response to me. Finally, his curt response that he did on what was the name of his thing? What was the name of his video that we're looking for here? Les enfants reprennent-ils mieux les langues que les adultes? Yeah, okay. Tabernacle, huh? Okay, on your response on that, you know. Yeah, okay. I don't think that we need to waste too much time on that actual video. The thrust of this is then, who are the greatest idiots in the would-be self-appointing authorities of the languages on YouTube? And that honor is hard fought, but definitely has to go to Steve Kaufman again. People ask me, or I get a lot of emails and private messages. Actually, when I get one or two, I don't really care. But when I get like 15 or 20, and people are asking me, go after Steve, prove that he doesn't know what he's talking about, because he doesn't know what he's talking about, then okay, I'm going to respond to that. The fact of let's see what the idiot said. Some of the great quotes you can derive from some of his posts are: 1. Grammar is not linguistics. Steve, you got your head clearly up your ass, as they say in the military. You know nothing about linguistics. If you did, you would know that morphology and syntax is grammar, and that it's what do you think that field linguists do? They provide a grammar sketch. I know you need to go learn about that. And Steve, how come you won't take my challenge, huh? 2 months with the Hill tribe here in Thailand, a language I don't know, a language you don't know, that there's no script for, the other people have barely researched. Let's see which one of us can learn it. Let's see if your LingQ crap works. It won't work. So that was another lie you said way back, that you could learn all languages with LingQ. Bull. Wrong. You don't have a structure. In fact, let's just tackle that since I'm on that thing. Basically, Steve Kaufman has done a eBay PayPal deal. He just has a space. He doesn't provide the content. He wants you to provide the content. That's why his little things you can provide content, because then he doesn't have to do it. He doesn't do shit. He's not doing anything. He's sitting on it. They don't pay people. They pay people out, which they make a percentage. They take a huge percentage, like eBay or PayPal. They have a point system. So he's offering nothing. It's no structure. There's no research behind that working. There's better things. Learning without text is better, and the FLTR is far better. It's far stronger. Go to that. It's far stronger than what you have. And everything, he wants you to import your own stuff, so you're doing all the work. So he's just like eBay. All he's providing is a space. What has he got? Nothing. He's doing no hard. He has no overhead. He's not advertising other than within his own thing on his YouTube, which he constantly does. He's not paying for advertising, is what I'm getting to. He doesn't have venues. He doesn't have an actual location, a geolocation. He's not paying for heating and cooling of the actual 4 walls. It's cyber. It's all this PayPal crap. It's just the same eBay crap. So that business model, which I called him paradigm, which I called him on years ago before he, just like he and Benny and Moses and all these other people, all trying to make money. None of their stuff, they're doing stuff for free. There are no authorities, okay? As opposed to University of Marburg. Look up their linguistic stuff. I know, Steve, it's too difficult for you because you're anti-intellectual and you don't understand what functional means. And that one of your sycophants went crazy because I said, if you're not functional, you are retarded, and she took the exception to this because she has a mentally retarded child, which she can't stand the word. Too bad. It's called the euphemism treadmill. Look it up. I don't care. World Health Organization uses the word mental retardation. I'm not changing for you. If you don't like it, that's your deal, not mine. You try to make it about you. The point is, the test for mental retardation at 70 IQ or below, Stanford, Binet, or Wiscar, or others, but using those, they have to look at how they can function within the society. If you're unable just give directions or figure out how you're going to go from the bus stop to the school, or how to make change from, I don't know, whatever, €4 or something along those lines, how to take showers, how to dress yourself, how to tell people you're going to do that, how to direct others to do that, to give directions to where you live, tell people that you're hurt, that you need to go to the hospital. That's called retardation. So, since you're not functional in the language, then you're retarded. Do you get that? Is it too difficult for you people who don't have any sort of cognitive skills in this at all? Okay, so let's also go to another great Steve Kaufman quote where he, another time, proves that he has his head straight up his ass because he's unable to do research and doesn't want to because he wants to come across as an authority. Well, Mike, no, who cares about your opinion, Steve? You've got no cited research behind you. All you do is try to sell your product. And this quote that you said was, linguistics is a soft science. Steve, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Linguistics is a gigantic field. So please, please bet me €5,000, okay? Bet me €5,000. If you think it is, I'll prove it that you're wrong. Any academic doesn't listen to you YouTube idiots because you're just full of shit. Basically, you're full of shit. So and I'm not mincing words here because it needs to be driven home, because a lot of people do not understand what I'm saying. Well, the people, sycophants, the people who have gray matter, send me private messages saying thanks, and of course, the only people who do write stupid things are all people with fake names who don't have the integrity to stand up for themselves, say who they are, and whatever. And if you're scared, stay off the internet. Go into protective custody. just get away. The point is that it is a hard science. Please, Steve, please show me. I know you don't understand acoustical phonetics or phonology, but you can't possibly understand the math behind that, the physics, or computational. Search engines, you moron, are designed by computational linguistics graduates. Who do you think works for Google? Oh, I know, that was beyond you. You couldn't do that. Another thing, applied linguistics is not just TESOL. All right, applied linguistics is a gigantic amount of areas in linguistics. Field linguistics is applied, computational is applied, genre studies are applied, genre analysis is applied, text document is forensic there's just huge. I'm not going to go through this. Get an education instead of just talking out of your ass. All right. The another aspect of this where Kaufman tries to mislead people is that he wants to say, well, I only do the things that are entertaining to me. Well, thank you, Joe Weider. And those of you who know the analogy that I'm using probably laughing. Those of you who don't, look up Joe Weider and how he claimed to invent every single thing ever done in bodybuilding. And if it didn't follow into something he said, then it was part of the Weider instinctive principle. Basically, that's what you're saying. Also, Steve, you like to try to cling to a little bit of the crashing stuff, but you can't handle the total package from crashing because you ignore Asher, James Asher, who Krashen does this to, who said that he was the cause for him going into the natural approach with Terrell. Because Asher uses TPR, the strongest way to learn vocabulary, far stronger than your link method, okay? Far stronger because it uses the right side of the brain and not just the left. It's all you're doing. You're trying to connect. And once again, you also try to say that your system is not grammar translation. What is it, Steve? Experiential? Is it? Is it movement-based? Is it kinesthetic? No. It's grammar translation. I know the words are too confusing for you and your acolytes, but that's how it is. Some of the other things that they want to go on that you guys all misinterpreted me because you just don't have the functioning capacity, and that goes for the PhD in computer science, is I said if you were functional you would know the word for shoelaces. Now they've all tried to switch it to, because they tried to mix some things that I said, to tying your shoelaces. You would know the word for shoelaces, and if you're not, and you're trying to be functional, you're retarded. You are retarded. You would be considered retarded in your L1 if you did not know the word for los cordones, for example, in Spanish. Okay. Oh, and another thing too. Everybody wants me to, do multilingual videos when I'm on here talking as a linguist and saying that these people claiming to be linguists are not. Once again, Steve, here, Test for linguists. Several. One, can you get a job at a university that advertises for linguists? Hell no. Go in. I want to see you be laughed at, and you can do your little bantering and your little talking out your ass about the dictionary. You won't get a job. Okay. Two, can you analyze the language? Hell no. And you're disparaging, trying to run it down because that's your tangent to get away from it. Doesn't change the fact that you can't analyze the language. Three, can you construct a language like Game of Thrones or the Defiance? That guy's in vogue right now. There's a lot of others, Klingon, other constructed languages. Can you do that? Can any of your sycophants do it? I don't give a shit if you care about it or not. Can you do it? Stick to the topic. No. All things that linguists can do. All things linguists can do, not linguophiles. Not, oh, I'm so interested, I'm a linguophile. You're not a linguist. Steve, you're never going to be a linguist. You don't have the credentials, so that's another thing. I noticed that someone said that you skew your results by talking, you and Moses and Benny and other people skew your language presentations by talking about rehearsed topics, that you don't do spontaneous conversations, and that you don't do talking about many different things. You stick to a narrow band of things. And you said, I've heard that argument before. That doesn't dismiss it, Steve. You haven't disproved it. Okay? I know you failed logic because your ability to form syllogisms and substantiate your argument are pathetic. And it's only, once again, only the people who have no credentials who want to shoot down credentials. Oh, I think it's this, I think it's that. Who cares, Steve? Quit trying to make yourself an authority. All right, you're not an authority. Have you validated any methods? Where's the research behind your wannabe great success thing? You don't have it because that would encounter you putting out money. You don't put out money. You want to make money. All right, all of you, dilettantes is what you are. You're a hobbyist. You can't function in language. You want to decry the people who are Chinese living in Vancouver who can't function. Get that? Function in English. Yet you can't function in almost all the languages. Possibly you can function in French and possibly in Japanese because you had to what? Live there, didn't you? Didn't you? Everything else is a dilettante little game of tourism that you try to pass off to other people. Your methods are slow. They're too slow. They're not functional. That's why the Canadian government didn't buy into your shit. It didn't use it. Truth be told, the rest of the people out there, he saw a money cash cow, as they say, to use the idiom, for English. But they're not going to buy into it because you don't produce results. You don't have a structure. You're not gradiated. You don't know what you're doing. Okay? You don't know what you're doing. And you don't like Pimsleur because you have to answer questions. So what do? You go around in the world, you don't answer questions in any languages? You just spout off your own because you're an egomaniacal guy? Wants to talk about your hockey league or your lumber business or your meetups that you're going to have, whatever they're called, your little in name that you guys have. So anyway, that's enough. Play this back, and yeah, it's harsh. Good. And let him know. Let Steve know he won't respond to any of this because he's a chicken. He's scared. I challenged him. I challenged most. Neither one of those guys will put up any money. So put up money. If you're confident, put up money. Otherwise, you're just talking out your ass, and you're not authorities on anything. So Hill Tribes, let's go. Let's learn the language. You don't have the skills. I do. I can do it. Zero. Problem? Yeah. Can I do it? Yeah. Can you do it? No. Do you have the skills? No. Can you do it? No. Do you know what linguistics is? No, you don't. Do you have credentials? No, you don't. Do you know what you're talking about? No, you don't. Are you trying to make money off other people? Yes, you are. So that's it, in a nutshell, as they say. So, yeah, okay. Hasta la próxima, eh?